I mean, this is like, how are they justifying doing this, tying my money up like this? I am beyond exhausted calling and telling them to turn the account on so I can have use of my money. I've had use since I got their card of my money for 1 day. And somehow $800 misappeared, but I didn't spend that kind of money that day, and they haven't gone line by line. And what triggered it was when I was actually trying to do a legitimate purchase at 7-Eleven where he told me to swipe, and I said, no, it's a chip card. He said, swipe it anyway. I did. That's probably what tripped the trigger.
Maybe.
But that shouldn't give them the right to shut the card off when I said that was a legitimate transaction and review where the other money went. I don't know why they still have a hold on my account. This has been going on since last week now. And every day I call in and they still haven't read me what their line by line is, nor have they had anybody get back to me. They just have to keep escalating up to the chief consumer of whatever fucking affair. It's getting ridiculous, dude. I am beyond insanely pissed off now because originally there was $1,200 out there. I may have spent $400. There should be $800 left, and they're saying that there's $400 left and that $800 was spent, which is clearly not what I spent. Oh my God, I am just beyond livid. I can't get access to any money. There are days I have gone with hardly no food because I haven't even had the energy to go beg people, hey, could you spare 50 cents or $1? This is just ridiculous. In the meantime, my real money that I should have access to, I can't even touch.
No, I don't know why they would shut the card off if there's at least $400, unless they said, well, we got $800 in charges. If you say, I didn't spend that much, in which case they're automatically going to say, well, if you didn't spend that much, then it must be fraud, and we're going to turn the card off.
No, because I said, tell me line by line what you think was charged, so we can go over it, and they've refused to do that. So how can they shut the card off?
Were you talking to the fraud department at that point?
No, they haven't escalated it there. They go to like consumer sales or executive vice president and go fuck yourself, but at no point has anyone said anything about fraud. Just that they suspected it with that transaction at 7-Eleven for $33, which I told them I was legitimately trying to do. And that's all the further we've gotten, except that they want to keep transferring it. I get tired of sitting on hold and say, have them call me back on this line.
Well, what I would suggest doing is call them back at their 800 number, ask to be transferred to the fraud department, and tell the fraud department, according to your people, there's been $800 spent of $1,200 that was paid on the account. I did not spend $800. I spent about $400. So could we please review the charges to see if there are any false charges out there?
Well, and let's take it a little step further. And why have you taken so long to release my money to me in the first place? And
Joe, don't be stupid.
How's that stupid, dude? It's part of the problem.
If you start talking, do you not realize if you start talking about shit like that, whoever you're talking to is going to shut down and go, I got a problem case, I got to kick it upstairs.
They're always kicking it upstairs, even when I don't.
Because you talk like that to them.
Oh, no, I talk much worse. Trust me, I know.
I know you do.
Much fucking worse.
And I am shocked that they haven't just turned the card off and sent you a check for whatever is left on the account.
If you've watched any of the videos that are sitting on YouTube, which if they were smart, they would have. Because
I haven't, and I don't.
Oh, my God.
I'm not going to.
Ass. I don't
have time for that
ass.
shit.
Well, come on, it's better than shit on CNN. You got to admit that. I do put up some pretty racy stuff. Oh, dude.
You do not understand what these people have to do when you start using terms like that.
Which? Fraud or sit you in front of a grand jury before you in a subcommittee hearing?
Any of that.
Oh, those little things. It's hard for a guy like me not to when I've been fucked with by every branch of government so hard, I'm getting sore in the ass.
Well, when it comes to this shit with banks and credit cards and checking accounts and savings accounts, dude, I think it's you.
No,
I'm
dude.
sorry, but I do.
They started.
I don't know anybody else in the world who has ever had the kind of problems you're having.
Nor do I. I sent in an overpayment and they accused me of fraud right out of the box, so they sent in a payment for too much. I mean, who's ever heard of something so stupid? I overpaid the card because I know I'm really going to use it and I don't want to overdraw it, so I send in $1,000 and they have a shitstorm and lock my money up for 2 weeks. It's been nothing but promise ever since.
That is a very unusual thing that people don't do.
And there are
quite a few credit card companies that simply will not accept the overpayment.
I've never even heard of that before. I've always overpaid credit cards, dude. I've done that since the beginning of time. That's how I got such good credit so quickly after
it changed.
Disasters.
Everything changed about 5 or 6 years ago with this shit.
Well, no one gave me
and
the memo.
the banks started going, we're not accepting overpayments, because what's happening is people are sending in like these fake cashier's checks and fake checks to pay ahead on their credit card, or a fake credit card, or somebody else's credit card, and then they're drawing down all the cash, and the check turns out that it bounces next day.
But they already cleared it on the 5th. They admitted to me.
Well, you know what?
On the 5th, and
again, to them, it looks like fraud.
Okay, go look at how many times I've been accused of fraud in my entire credit history. Never. Bankruptcy
doesn't matter.
Oh my God. Our world has become so fucking twisted, dude. I'm having trouble fitting in. Like you said, I'm the only one who has these problems. I'm the only guy who pays people too much and then still gets penalized. I'm the only guy who gives too much and still gets fucking robbed. You know, it's just in my nature. Wow, what the fuck is wrong with this world? I never thought the world would get this fucked up. You gotta admit, it wasn't always this twisted. Was it? Or did I just miss it the entire time?
I don't know what you've been doing, but your finances, for as long as I've known you, have not been very clear.
Are you saying muddied?
I'm saying things, especially the last 15 years, things have really been quite fucked up.
You think? Well, there were some good years in there until everybody started playing games again. And Sony decided not to pay bills, and then everybody started getting goofy. Of course, that was at the same time there was a hack going on, if you remember, back in like 2014 when they hacked my stuff in my house and all the break-ins started. So this has been going on for the better part of how many years now? Several.
Yeah, it has.
And isn't it ironic that Bazuski was involved in setting up this network as well as the one that we got tubed on when we had all the other technology? Is there any irony there to you? I think there's a big coincidence. And there are no coincidences. I think he tubed us twice.
I don't know. Honestly, I've never met the guy, so I don't even know what the hell he's like.
He's CIA. He was the guy that was the White House attaché from the White House to the Kremlin, who got kept in the CIA.
I've never met him, so I've never met him personally, so I have no idea what the hell he's like.
Well, I can tell you, he is.
The only person I've met that you have been involved with was Dennis Johnston, and I could tell the second I saw him, he was a low-life loser.
Oh, no, he was such a piece of shit, and he was the one that Bill Shea and John Cutler recommended that he was so goddamn good. No, he was the biggest piece of shit on the planet. Next to Mark Geyer. Mark Geyer was the slipperiest fucker I think I ever worked with.
Well, I never met him.
He was suit and tie, snake oil all the way. And had he not been dinged and failed to disclose that he had been dinged as part of the biggest insurance fraud in North America and had already been admonished for it, I would have never had him file the claim with Hartford Insurance, because that was the immediate red flag that got us fucked in the first place, because he filed for us.
Yeah, well, that's ancient history at this point, and it ain't gonna change.
No, none of the history will change, but the future will change when the truth starts to really come out of the box, which it's going to. Anywho, any suggestions how to deal with this bank if they're still being a complete pain in my ass, or do I just wait till next month and add this to the list of banks that owe me shit tons of money and I'm exhausted fucking around with them?
Again, I would call the bank, ask for the fraud department.
Yep.
And if they don't, if it's an option when you call in on your touchstone push number 3 or whatever
Nope.
to get you to the
Not
fraud
with this
department.
bank. It's not. This is the same bank that tells you what PIN number you have, and you never get to change it unless you lose it or there's fraud. And I still haven't got my PIN, by the way.
Well, I would call, I'd ask for the fraud department and say, according to your other operator, there was $800 in charges on this card. I only made about 400, so can we please look at the individual charges to figure out which ones are real?
Yeah, and let's see the signed copies. Who signed for them? If there's that much in charges, there better be signed receipts. If there's any question, I want to see a copy of my signature. Oh, that'll slow it down. Oh, shit, fuck. Oh, this is such a nightmare. This is why I hate banks. I hate banks. I think we should just open our own bank.
Understand that if you do that, and that's probably the only way you're going to find out what the real story is, unless you actually get a monthly statement from them somewhere.
I don't know.
That shows all the charges.
Haven't yet.
If you do that, then the fraud department, you can go, no, that's fraud, and that's fraud, and that's fraud. The 2 or 3 of these charges.
Yep.
They will turn your card off, and they will have to issue you a new one. And you'll have to wait to get it in the mail.
It'll be another 7 to 14 days.
Yes.
Oh my fucking God. So I should play the game of let me go back and check my records. I'll get back to you on it. And wait until I get a PIN so I can draw the money down and then go hit them.
As long as they're willing to turn your card back on. But again, usually if there's a hint of fraud, because they're on the hook if it's fraud, they want to turn that card off immediately.
Yeah, but shouldn't they call me and alert me to say, hey, is this fraud? Every other card I've ever had has had fraud alert where they call you and say, are these your charges? Confirm yes or no. This is the first card I've had that just shuts your fucking card off and doesn't give you any fucking text message, no warning of any fucking kind. What the fuck kind of bank? What the fuck kind of bank is this?
I've had them do that before.
Oh, I've never had that before.
It happened to me about, 8 years ago or whatever. I was driving to Florida with in one car.
That was 8 years ago, not with current banking.
We were taking my kids were taking some friends with them, so they were in a second car behind us. We stopped at a gas station. I ran my credit card to pay for my gas. I walked around the other side of the other pump, ran the credit card to pay for their gas, and the next time I tried to use it, it had been shut off. No warning, no text, no nothing. No call.
That's wrong. That's wrong.
Because I charged gas at the same gas station 2 times, one after the other.
Right. And they were probably for
and
similar
who the hell
amount.
does that, dude?
Me. I've done stuff like that, but I haven't got my cards turned off because I let them know I'm traveling ahead of time. Whenever I travel, I let card companies know I'm traveling. So they don't shut me off when I'm in
$8 to Burger King on the way down there, and they said your card's been declined. So I had to call them up and say, yeah, I did that. We're traveling in 2 cars, and I swiped my card for both. And they turned it right back on, but
they haven't turned mine back on, and I told them.
Well, they didn't give me a warning either.
Yeah, but I've already called and said 7-Eleven was mine, and still haven't turned it back on. Oh well.
Oh.
I'll go argue with them, I guess. You sure you don't want to do this for me? You'd be more effective at this.
Well, don't use inflammatory words when you talk to them.
Like motherfucker.
And be polite and say, I think there might be a problem because I talked to your other operator and here's what they said.
Might be a problem? Oh no, dude. Oh, and by the way, I'll still have to validate with some other yo-yo. There's no way to go directly through the fraud that I've figured out. Because what they do is, when you call in, then you put in the last 4 of your social, and then it either goes to account information, which it doesn't ever for me. It goes immediately to this live assist operator, and hey, how's your day? And I'm already telling them it's fucked, so let's get to the point, stop the bullshit. What do you need so I can get what I want? So, because it takes a half hour to get through all that shit.
Yeah, it does. But you know what? Be flippin' polite to them. You get a lot farther with those people.
This is why I think we should open our own bank. Why don't we open our own bank and then we can have the nicest banking on the planet?
Dude, if I called you up and said, look, you stupid motherfucker, here's what I want you to goddamn do with this, da-da-da-da-da, you'd get a hair so far up your ass, you'd want to rip my goddamn head off if I talked to you like that.
Well,
if somebody called me and started talking like that, I'd slam the phone down on them and I wouldn't even tell them to go fuck themselves. I'd just slam the phone down on them.
But you have to understand, it wasn't that way until he started fucking with my money. Then I get really cranky. Why? There's no law that gave them the right to hold my money extra weeks and to lock me down every time they decide to.
They're a goddamn bank. They can do anything they want.
No, that's illegal. There are actually laws against
that. Does not matter if it's illegal or not.
Oh my God.
They can do what they want because you know what?
Most people
they have your money.
Yeah, and most people will not sue them. I'm really going to turn
And neither are you because you can't afford to.
Oh, watch me. I'll turn over to the Department of Justice, to the RICO division. I'll bet that'll get their attention.
And they're going to go, you're small change, we don't care, go away.
And then I'll say, go fuck yourself, live and in 3 and up your ass crack. Oh, really? With all the stuff I've got on the Department of Justice, I don't think they'll say go away. They may say shut the fuck up about some of this shit and we'll do this tit for tat.
No, they operate pretty much like banks do when you go to get a loan. The only people that get a loan are people that don't need it because they already got money. The only people that get help from people like Justice Department are people that have money, could afford to hire their own lawyers, and they don't really need the help, but it's just cheaper going that route.
Those are all true, and then there's the other one that you forgot about.
No, go away. You're small potatoes. We don't care about you.
But then there's the other one you forgot about. You have enough intel on them that there are certain things they don't ever want to go in public. So don't forget the other variable.
Good luck.
Believe me, I'm going to need it.
How has that worked for you so far?
Don't even get me started. I'm under their thumb right where they want me to be. Every time I try to move, you know what happens. This banking thing is no coincidence. It was too easily granted and too easily fucked up. No, somebody's got my finger up my social. Come on, dude, my shit is so public. Anybody who knows how to operate a computer, who knows what they're doing, can figure out how to fuck up my day once I hit a banking system.
Yeah, we all know that.
Or a phone or anything else.
And I got no clue why they would even send you a card to begin with, but hey, such is life.
No! You know, I was thinking the same goddamn thing, and I should have smelled setup, because it felt like setup, and sure as fuck, it was a way to lock my fucking money up again by another fucking card company. Came too easy. It came too easy. And the real sucker was, it was $1,500 credit, but when they actually opened the card, it was only $499. It was up to $1,500. I didn't read the fine print. Oh, go fuck yourself. I read the fine print, you assholes. That's not what it said, but, you know, I still had credit, and then I sent them the money, and that's where I got bent over the hump. So I'm trying to get it back. I don't know that I want to continue to use this card, even though I've already paid an annual fee of $150. Or do I use it and find some way to fuck them at the... I don't know. You know what I mean.
Well, that's why they gave you a card. You gave them $150 up front.
Oh, yeah, it was built into... but if I cancel the card in the first 30 days, I should be able to get that back, right?
I don't know what the fine print said.
Well, I think we'd argue over the way they kept my money extortionary and the way they've abused federal law. I think I could win on
And they're going to go, I don't care, whatever.
Okay, well, we'll give it a shot. Lincoln took one.
Thanks for $150. Go away. We'll keep your money.
Yeah, right. Dream on, Aerosmith. All right, anything else happening? Is the CIA looking for me? Secret Service? Who's calling for me this month? Anybody?
Nobody at all.
I think it's so funny that guy needed to find me so badly, and now no one's heard from him again. Except now, some people I know on the streets are starting to tell me people with black vans and SUVs are pulling up, looking like they're CIA or FBI, and looking for me in my best interest. I think if any of those motherfuckers really wanted to find me for anybody's interest, there's no question they would have found me.
Yes, there is, so it's not government. Clearly not them.
That's my point. Because it was really the FBI, they know what the fuck I look like. They know exactly where I'm at, and so does everybody else in federal government.
And it's not like you sit quiet in the corner.
Oh, fuck no. And I'm pretty public even about where I'm hanging out in the world with daily updates and broadcasts. So it would be impossible, or you would be captain of dumb shit land to not be able to figure out how to figure out where to find me.
What's amazing to me is that my guess is these guys are some sort of process servers or something similar, and they're still too stupid to find you.
This is beyond stupid. It's almost like they're using it as a way to garner other information from people that I don't know. It's just twisted because some of these people here locally have been questioned quite extensively. What's he like? And have been showing current pictures of me that, okay, any asshole could have pulled off the fucking YouTube or Google Plus or anywhere else I'm posting shit on a fucking daily basis. So that doesn't take a rocket scientist to get current pictures, and just because they have an SUV, but now they're going to the extent of dressing like federal agents. Oh, Jesus Christ, what's next? They're going to come as Russian spies. I mean, this is becoming goofy, dude. I've heard this in Santa Monica, in Hollywood, downtown LA, and in here in the hood on the beach. It doesn't matter where I go. If I bump into people I've known a while, they've been questioned by alleged feds trying to find out more information about me and where I'm at for my welfare. Oh yes, I'm sure they're really looking out for my welfare all of a sudden. If they were, where the fuck are they when I need them? Kind of rests my case. Who are all these fucking posers, and for what benefit are they doing it? Are they doing a film spoof on me? It's going to run in the black market and everybody's going to laugh their ass about? I mean, seriously.
I got no idea.
This is beyond goofy ridiculous. Somebody's spending a lot of fucking money on this. Who's got that kind of time and money? Aside from, you know, Mr. Drain the Swamp. Anyway, anything else shaking, or is that it?
That's it.
I'll try not to implode on a bank today. I was going to also try and reach out to my handler at the State Department to see if he's survived and has resurfaced, because I haven't tried to reach out in a couple of weeks. Do you think that's worth a shot or not?
I think it's a waste of time, but you do what you want.
Oh,
you always will.
Do that. All right, brother. Be safe. Thanks for the words of wisdom.
Talk to you later.
Bye.